guys, greetings and welcome. This is October's Earth Prediction Series using the Psi cards and connecting at that level of collective consciousness. Let's see what messages are out there in the collective energies of Earth and the people who live here. So we'll do 6 cards and see what comes up. Remember, I love all your comments and ideas and input as well. So here we are, guys, October. The Tower. The Message. The Beast. The Moon. Birth. And the Body. Okay, so I should just move this back a little bit. What do we have going on here? It still looks like we have implications around the sea and our tides and our shores and the moon and lunar and planetary configurations or alignments or astrological formations. Let's start on the left with card number 25. It's the Tower. It doesn't have quite the same meaning as the traditional tarot tower does, but I still think of this card as seeing very old buildings, so possibly in areas that are older on the globe, so up around through Europe and the Middle East areas. This can signify either shaking or flooding, because I think of the house as being on a hill and that water surges underneath like in a moat, which would be traditionally around a tower. So the idea of surging, flowing water comes to mind, as well as the potentiality of shaking. So I think the other thing with the tower, we could literally think of tall buildings or towers, so something that might crop up with them globally around even Europe, again parts of Europe. It's also to do with antiquities and old buildings, so maybe there's something that comes to light with that. We know that, for instance, in Syria, some of the oldest buildings there around Aleppo and everything are being demolished by the day, so there could be a message tied up in that as well. We come to the next card, and it is the Message card. Card number 34, and we see there detritus, muck and mess from the sea. It's a fishing net with some dead fish in it and a bottle with a note in it and ropes, and it seems to be on a deck or maybe on part of a boat. There's even some seashells in it. So I think of the sea and things that disturb our sea and muck it up. So potentiality for earthquakes at sea, or possible tsunami energy, as well as pollution, and as well as big storms, cyclonic type storms that create this powerful energy that stir up our seas and then push massive waves onto our land, which disturb the seashores or the shorelines around us. So those are a lot of the energies for this particular message card. There's also the mass animal die-off event again, but we are seeing that every month. I mean, more and more untimely deaths of animals on our planet, mass deaths and mass die-offs as well. We come to the third card in the middle of the reading, card number 33, the Beast. He has often brought up connotations of, if you like, communist type countries because of the redness of him and that hidden agenda. He's underground, he's a bit of a seething beast, he's not friendly, he's aggressive, he's attacking. So I think of people like, or governments like North Korea, even China, Russia. So there could be something with some of our communist leading countries on the globe when the beast turns up. The other thing about the beast is his fiery redness and the fact that he is underground, so it quite often insinuates volcanic activity, and we see the birth card on the right hand side, which also looks like a mountain or a volcano erupting as well. So activity within the volcanoes definitely in the month of October, and they could be new volcanic activity or volcanic activity from previous volcanoes that have either been dormant or not active for some time. We come to the moon card, number 21. Again, we see the water and we see the crab and the moon. So sometimes this can give us reference for the Tropic of Cancer. Definitely our seas and our shorelines or our seabeds being affected, definitely animals again. And also the moon, so whether or not we have a supermoon coming, and supermoons can often give higher tides, which can create ingress on our shorelines, as well as cyclonic storms that can form that can be extremely powerful, creating these big waves which can again cause ingress onto our shores and our communities. As well as that, when we have a big full supermoon or certain lunar activity, it can conjunct with other planets or even with us and the sun to create more powerful energies, which can in turn also go towards quake activity. So we've got a few messages here for quakes or increased quakes and quakes involving the sea and perhaps land ingress as well. So we come to the birth card, number 15, and I have mentioned a little bit about that. That has to do with, you see the moisture on the card, on the greenery of the card, and the blue sky in the background. It often talks about water, just lots of it. So water falling, rain storms, cyclonic storm patterns, raging water, so rivers that rage and flow out of control, just heavy wetness. Also sometimes this refers to crops being negated and ruined because of storm activity and flooding. So all our areas that grow things like rice and so the paddy field areas, so that can be up through the Asia parts of the country or the globe, they can lose some of their crops, as well as other crops like the rye and the wheats and the foods that we generally require to eat. Also volcanic activity, as I've mentioned. We come down to the bottom card, number 6, the body card. We often think of the fact that you can see into his body, so it's something getting into the inside of your body, such as viruses. So there could be an incremental jump in some sort of virus activity in the month of October. We've got a few of them on the go at the moment. There's the Zika virus, there's the potentiality for the flu virus perhaps, or some sort of H1N3 type thing to pop up, probably more in the northern hemisphere. And there are a whole bevy of other viruses. There's also the fact that we are struggling with our antibiotics at the moment. We don't have a great supply of them, so there could be some new superbug that turns up, or information about superbugs, or information about ways of medically treating such conditions. The body also suggests accidents where the skin and the outside of the body is actually damaged, and can be pretty nasty type of events that occur. So guys, there is your overall October Earth predictions reading. Interesting. The message card and the moon together are a little bit worrying, because they're definitely kind of re-emphasizing the same type of energies and messages. So anyhow, I love to hear all your comments, your thoughts on the cards, and any other ideas and any other extra thoughts you can add to the whole dynamics of the reading. So thanks everyone for joining me. You know that I love it all. I love your comments, I love hearing from you, and the fact that you sub and like is just fantastic. So guys, wherever you are around the world, have a wonderful October. Be safe, be happy, much love.